going on, guys? Mr. Domo here, and today I wanted to do kind of a side-by-side comparison with the Hasbro Star Wars Retro Collection Wave 1, 2, and 3. Now, I already did more of a in-depth comparison with Wave 1 and Wave 2, and then I did one with Wave 1 compared to the Kenner counterparts, and so I'll put a link up there so that way you guys could go and watch that. But here, pretty much, I just want to do kind of a side-by-side comparison, tell you my thoughts of Wave 1, 2, and 3. Now, Wave 1 was probably the worst wave. I mean, aesthetically they look great, right? I absolutely love them. I think Luke Skywalker right here looks absolutely gorgeous, as you can tell right there, man. Really nice. I mean, if you just had a front shot of this guy right here, you would probably think he was a actual Kenner figure. Also, you know, Darth Vader, really nice right there, man. It's super clean, love it. So really good figures, man. Like I said, aesthetically they look great. They actually do stand up on their own. You kind of have to balance them a little bit, but I use little stands like these right here. Let me just show you if I can get it right here. So you could buy like a whole bag of these for I don't know, like 10 bucks or whatever, $5. I don't know how much they cost, but I think I get them on Amazon. But anyways, so I use these just to help them, you know, kind of stand up a little bit better. Definitely Wave 1 needs them. Wave 2, maybe not so much. Wave 3 definitely does not. They stand perfectly. I would say Wave 3, Wave 2 are really, really good. Now, the biggest issue I have with Wave 1 is, of course, Han Solo here. I mean, you know, they went with the big head variant there, but my biggest gripe with this guy is that he just cannot hold his blaster, and it's so annoying. So if I put his blaster right there, it just does not want to stay. It's a mess, man. Another thing, it's gonna get me frustrated. A problem with him is his peg holes. They're too short, so if I put them on the stand, you can see that there is a gap and it's not flush. They should be flush, even the other foot right there. So like I said, man, Wave 1, you know, the QC on that one was not the best. Aesthetically they're pretty good. When I did do the comparison with the Kenner figures, we did find out that these guys are a little bit shorter than the their Kenner counterpart. Wow. So they are definitely a little bit shorter. Now Wave 2, I did do a comparison with Boba Fett. He's actually the same height, so these actually got improved. Now the biggest difference between well, you know, the differences between Wave 1 and 2 is their country of origin. So the Wave 1, originally these are all China, then Wave 2 came out and then they're Vietnam. Wave 3, again, country of origin is Vietnam. So I wonder if that has something to do with the issues with Wave 1, is that maybe the factory in China was just, you know, not up to par, and you know, we pretty much, you know, I don't, you know, it's not too bad. Like I said, they're aesthetically they're great, but I mean, yeah, there's a little, you know, there's some issues here with them. Wave 2 definitely was an improvement. As you can see, everybody's holding their blaster. Pegs work fine. I could use their stand. They look absolutely gorgeous, and like I said, man, these definitely came from Vietnam. You know, the country of origin is Vietnam, so I wonder if that right there was the reason for their improvement. And then of course we have Wave 3, which is, you know, it was a surprise. I really thought that they were going to go with the whole Return of the Jedi route and do the figures from them. Now I wonder if they're gonna, you know, go to that and do Return of the Jedi, you know, figures, and then maybe swing back and you know, maybe do some more Star Wars, A New Hope, and maybe The Empire Strikes Back. But who knows, man. But with them going to the Mandalorian, I think that really opens the door for the possibility of doing other figures from other lines, you know, to, you know, something from, you know, the expanded universe, you know, something from the Clone Wars, whatnot. But I think that's really great, and I enjoy it. I think that's really awesome, man. My biggest gripe with these things, of course, is their card back, and I'm gonna do a video on that because that is, you know, you'll get a rant video on that one. But the figures absolutely gorgeous, man. Here I'll bring out Moff Gideon, man. Really awesome figure, man. Look at that. Like, dude, if I didn't know anything about Star Wars or any of that stuff and I saw this, I would actually think this was an actual original Kenner figure if I didn't know, like, the Mandalorian's a new show and stuff like that, right? But I think they look amazing, man. I love their accessories. I love that they use new blasters. You know, they have new accessories with them. I really enjoy these figures. Now, I you know, Karga here is a little bit of a thicker figure, but I wonder if they were just trying to, you know, 'cause he's a big dude, right? And so I wonder if they just went with that route just to kind of, you know, give him a different body type, which I don't mind, you know what I'm saying? Nobody needs to be the same body type, right? Everybody's different here. So as you can see right there, Karga compared to Moff Gideon, you know, compared to Cara Dune, the body types are all different, which I like, man. I really like that. So really cool. I think like I said, oh shit, we got a domino effect here. So I think wave 3 is really great, man. I have no issues. I think the paint is really done nicely. They definitely could hold their accessories, so that's a huge improvement. And overall, it's just a really well done figure, you know what I'm saying? The body scopes and everything like that is really great. So I have no issue with them. Like I said, man, comparing them to the other waves, they belong, right? Like, yeah, these, as you could tell, right, wave 1 and 2 Kenner figures a little bit more brighter. Here we got the Mandalorian, it's a little bit darker, as you can see, right? These figures are all dark, these are all, you know, bright, they got a lot of color, they got a lot of like white and stuff like that, you know what I'm saying? A lot of bright colors. And then you go to the Mandalorian, it's just like, whoa, what happened, you know what I'm saying? But that's just the way the show is, you know what I'm saying? One of my favorite is gotta be this IG-11. Really great figure. The mold on his body is just exceptional, man. That is so nice. I love his weapons, and I think this is a really great figure, man. Look at that. That looks really nice. Now, talking about weapons, so I'm gonna take his blaster here. So I got hit up on Instagram by one of the viewers and followers, Murph's Action Figures. I'll put his you know, what's it called? His name right there, and so that you guys can follow him. We've got absolutely gorgeous pictures, man. Really nice. He's got like 1,000 followers, so really good, really cool dude. Now, one thing that you know, he hit me up on was about this blaster right here, the Imperial blaster. Now, you know, the IG-11 is not the first one to have one, right? You know, obviously we have Boba Fett that has one, and of course the Stormtrooper right there. So he was asking about like if you could tell the difference between this right here, this Hasbro you know, Imperial blaster compared to a Kenner Imperial blaster, especially this one, because this is all black. So this would be the highly sought out one for collectors of, you know, Kenner figures, because Luke Skywalker in the Stormtrooper disguise has a solid black Imperial blaster. So I did able to locate one. So here I have this figure that's, you know, pretty much ready to go for grading. So I got the commander right here, Death Squad commander, and of course he actually comes with a, you know, Imperial blaster. And you know, as you can see right here, this is not like a solid black one, right? As you can tell, right? It's a little bit more grayish. I think there's a hint of blue. I don't know. I have to bring a flashlight, but I think it's more of like a gray, blackish one. But if you look, you know, pretty much if you look at far away, you would be like, nah, there's the same blaster. But if you look closely, I'm gonna try to get this as close as I can. But as you can see, look at the pistol grip, right? So here's the Kenner at the bottom, and here's a Hasbro. The Kenner one has a more fine, detailed serration onto that pistol grip compared to the Hasbro one. That is one big difference that I've noticed between the two. Another one is that the Hasbro one has like a flat paint. This one has like a more glossy finish to it. Another one, I don't know if you guys can see that, but the Kenner one has a tiny little circle right there underneath the barrel, where the Hasbro does not. So that is one thing right there to really know. So, you know, I kind of wish that Hasbro would have done something, maybe stamped a number or something like that to really tell the difference between a Kenner and a Hasbro you know, accessory, because people could kind of, you know, if someone's new to collecting, right, and they're trying to collect, you know, Kenner stuff, and someone's using these to kind of, you know, sell them as original Kenner, you know, accessories, then that kind of sucks for the person who's trying to collect them. So you know, that's one thing. Now he was asking about the float test. So here you go, man. Here I got my cool Hello Kitty mug. I'm gonna go ahead and put these two blasters, and as you can see, they both float. Now that's not an indication, right? That's not a automatic indication that these are OG weapons from Kenner. a lot of repos actually do float, and there's actually not every Kenner accessory floats. There's actually a couple of staffs from, you know, some of the figures that actually don't float in their actual sinkers. So just because a Hasbro accessory floats and a Kenner float makes it, you know what I'm saying, they're like, oh crap, you know, like we could, you know, interchange them. No, a lot of repos actually do float, you know, and that was the one thing, you know, originally repos were pretty bad, right? You could tell right off the bat, and the float test was one of the ways to kind of find out if you had a repo or not. But then, you know, people who were making them got a little bit better, and so they actually do float. Now I think it has to deal with the plastic and so forth. So so the float test doesn't really apply here because a lot of the repos actually do float, and not every Kenner accessory floats. There's actually a couple ones that sink. So the float test is not really the great one. With the light test, I think that's a pretty good one to kind of see the translucency. I guess that's a word, but I don't know, I just made it into a word, of the actual accessories, because sometimes you can actually see them. If you hold them up to the light, you can actually see like a greenish, bluish, you know, color to the accessories. These don't have any of that. They're solid black, kind of flat black accessories. I think the only one that's new is, of course, Moff Gideon's you know, Darksaber right here, which is actually a translucent gray. But this is unique, right? Like Kenner never released a gray lightsaber, so this is a definitely unique lightsaber right there. But like I said, man, comparing them all together, I think Wave 2, Wave 3, definitely awesome wave right there, man. Really great. I'm really surprised that they went to the Mandalorian. Wave 1, like I said, it had a lot of CQ issues, but aesthetically they're great looking figures. Like I said, man, that Luke Skywalker, Darth Vader, absolutely gorgeous figures. But you know, like I said, I think this is the reason why maybe they went with Vietnam. You know, country of origin is probably the factory was a little bit better, and obviously it shows the quality is really, really good. Carbacks, I'm not a big fan of, and I'm definitely going to do a video on that because that is one thing that I'm not a huge fan of. So definitely I will do a video about carbacks from Hasbro, you know, trying to replicate some of the retro stuff from back in the day. But like I said, man, side by side, definitely, you know, they're a little bit different, right? Like I said, Mandalorian's a little bit darker, but that's kind of like how the show is, and you know, these are a little bit more brighter and everything like that, you know. But I think overall it's great. I can't wait to see what's the next wave, where they're gonna go. Hopefully they do go to Return of the Jedi, but I wouldn't mind if they went to the Clone Wars or anything from the expanded universe, or even the gaming greats characters. That'd be kind of cool to bring into the retro line, because I think it's really awesome. But there they are, man. I just wanted to kind of show you side by side and everything like that. Like I said, one thing I have noticed from Wave 1 was they were definitely shorter from the Kenner figures, but Wave 2 definitely improved on that, and they're actually the same height as the Kenner figures. These obviously are new, so there's no Kenner, you know, Mandalorian figures to compare them with. These are just brand new figures. But that's it, man. Just I don't know, man. You guys give me your thoughts on it. What you guys think? You know, are you excited about them? Do you like them? Do you hate them? Do you own any of the original ones? I didn't put any of the exclusive ones out here. I just kind of went with the main ones, because the exclusive ones are kind of like on their own. They're all new characters, so it's really hard to compare with anything original. But that's pretty much it, guys. Just wanted to share that, just a really short side-by-side comparison, and then of course, you know, wanted to do that float test with the actual blaster. So that's pretty much it, guys. Thanks for watching. Thank you for the support, and I will definitely talk to you guys in the next video.